And I'm from Tennessee, related to Cherokee, related to Choctaw under Washitaw. Louisiana is the ancient headquarters. The Black Moors helped the French establish French quarters in New Orleans. Check the history of the dolphin. Best believe I don't be just talking. I be that Washitaw, Choctaw, Chickasaw. Cherokee Creek, Muskegee on the beat now. Seminole flow massive with an army of your Massey. Holla black Indians, get at me. I be that Washitaw, Choctaw, Chickasaw. Cherokee Creek, Muskegee on the beat now. Seminole flow massive with an army of your Massey. Holla black Indians, get at me. Yo, this is dedicated to Her Imperial Highness Empress Bertiacy Tiari Washitaw Turner Ghostin L Bay. Hey yo. Hey yo, people, peace and love, peace and love. First and foremost, peace and love. Yo, gotta renew the history. Every day we gotta renew the history, you know. Each and every day, each and every way, you know what I mean? We gotta show and prove, you know, and oppose what the liars say. And we gotta keep the truth, you know, because it's not so much, you know, a distortion of the truth as it is a total omission of the truth. There's a quote that I saw today on a video my man had posted. CD Fury, who I'm subscribed to on YouTube, posted one of the most important videos that he's ever posted today. And it was the video on the Black Native Americans. Yo, respond if y'all, could y'all hear like the earlier part of the whole song? Could y'all hear that? I'm curious. Somebody let me know. Well, either way, I know you heard the ending part of it, but you can always go back and listen to it. Washitaw Flow is the name of that song that I was doing. Just Google Pal Shadows Washitaw Flow. WASHITAWFLOW. And you can also go to empirewashita.org. empirewashita.org. And that's empirewashitaw.org, and you will get the history of the Black Native Americans. Salute to everybody just coming on. This is General Pal Shadows once again of the House of Hipstep. That's Pal Anoli Shadows. Anoli is a Choctaw word, meaning, or Choctaw, which actually started out meaning Shata. It came from Shata. Who are the Black Native Americans who from Philadelphia, Mississippi. And when I say the Black Native Americans, I'm talking about their ancestors. The ancestors of the Choctaw people are Black Native Americans that look like me and darker. The history of the Choctaw people, they originate from a mound called Ninawea in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but Philadelphia, Mississippi. The mound at Ninawea. All right, because the Choctaw or the Choctaw people. Peace, Crash Wilson. Hope you're good too, brother. The Choctaw or the Choctaw people are originated from Philadelphia, Mississippi, at a mound, at the site of a mound. This is the story of the Choctaw people, or what you call Choctaw, who are akin to the Washitaw, which I'm a Washitaw citizen currently. I was made a Washitaw citizen by the Empress herself, the current ruler Empress who passed away in 2013, Empress Verdiasi Tiari Washitaw Tunica Ghostin El Bay, who made me a Washitaw, naturalized me herself, because a Native American tribe can do what it wants. It's a sovereign nation. All Native American tribes are sovereign nations, can do what they want. They can make anyone a member of their nation that they want. And that's what she did. What? Word life. Yeah, Google it. That's what's up.
I'm a Washitaw Native American because I was made so by the empress of that nation. Empress Verdiasi Tiari Washitaw Tunica Ghostin El Bay, who was the current ruling empress who passed away. May she rest in eternal paradise in 2013. I feel you. All right, fam. Josiah, holla at me and hit me in the inbox. Because, you know, we are a Native American tribe, you know, because what they don't want to tell you, they want you to think that all black people in this country come from Africa. And when I say they, I mean those people who have corporate interests or who have personal interests to gain from hiding that fact. Like anybody that hides, you know, or anybody that distorts the truth or that pushes something to the side has something to gain from that, you know, being pushed to the side. The reason that you don't hear about it is because, think about this, man. I'm not going to even talk about what they want. I'm just going to tell what it is, because, you know, it ain't about what they doing and all that finger pointing. You know what I mean? Of the enemy and all this, and who is, we know, you know, everybody knows what happened to the indigenous people in this country, to the Native Americans, and what they did to the black Native Americans is no different, except what they don't tell you, except what we don't realize and don't know is that the black Native Americans were the first Native Americans. And that the word American itself in the original dictionary referred to the black or copper toned or indigenous aboriginals of this territory that is now called America. It had nothing to do with people of European descent. Later, the term American became adopted to mean people, the descendants of Europeans living in this country. Do I need to repeat that again? So the term American originally was applied to the black or the copper tones or aboriginal people who populated this territory that's called America. The term American originally meant those people. It had nothing to do. Then later became adopted by the people of European descent now living in this country. Now that term is referred to them. This is actual fact. This ain't something it's a big secret. It's only looked at as some kind of secret because, you know, maybe a person's never heard it. Maybe it's been purposely not mentioned in the story. That the first Americans are the copper-toned aboriginals of this continent. That was what the term originally meant, according in several dictionaries, published dictionaries. Now referred to also as people of European descent who are living in this territory, born in this territory. Now, being that the term black, as y'all saw in my previous video yesterday, what happened on the plantation? What happened on the plantation was you had Africans that were brought from Africa. And then you had black people who were here already in this territory before the Europeans came over here as the pilgrims on the Mayflower and all of the, you know, their original ships. And then before the Europeans brought the Africans over here on the slave ships, you already had black people over here in this territory living for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years as Washitaw, Choctaw, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Creek, Seminole, Yamasee, you know, tribes and many others as well, Blackfoot, etc. And no pun intended. And these people had already set up civilization. They look like me. Because we had already been over here when the scientists call y'all, everybody heard of Pangea. Well, our oral tradition teaches us that our people been over here, but when this territory was still Pangea, before it divided into the 7 continents that we see today. As in the book of Genesis, as our empress points out, in Peleg's day, and like it says, Genesis 5:1, in Peleg's day, the land was divided. Well, according to the oral tradition of our Native American tribe, Washitaw, before the land was divided, before Peleg's day, we was already over here. We was already on this territory that you now call America. And then when it split up, the Empress Wee Uai had brought us to the territory you now call Louisiana, and because there's a ley line, there's a electromagnetic line or electromagnetic field that covers the various parts of the earth called ley lines. And at these points, and I've been to the ley lines because the headquarters of the Washitaw sits on a ley line, because that's the ancient headquarters of the Washitaw, the site at the mound at Poverty Point, which you can Google that, which is an ancient Washitaw Native American site, is our headquarters. It's the site where Empress Wee Uai took our ancestors when the land was about to be divided, because our empress, according to the oral tradition of the Washitaw, knew that the earth, a disaster was going to happen, because women have a natural intuition, and the Washitaw women have a very natural intuition, high level intuition. And dating back to Empress Wee Uai, when she predicted that there was going to be a great disaster on the earth and that the earth was going to split up and divide. So when she predicted that, she took all of the Washitaw over to the ley line at the site called Poverty Point Mound in Monroe, Louisiana, which is the ancient headquarters of the Washitaw, where we have our powwow. So then you had, so on the plantation, when the white man came over here and pulled this trick, when the white man, quote unquote, came over here, who are the descendants of the Europeans, who the ones who were enslaving, and not all of the people of European descent was participating in slavery, but because our Washitaw empress married the Frenchman, Joseph Marquis Maison de Rouge, and when she married him, because there's a territory needed to be preserved, and by being entitled to 3 royal thrones, our Empress Aya Maria, and then marrying Joseph Marquis Maison de Rouge, who was the nephew of the King of France and King of Spain. Now their descendants became the offsprings of 3 royal thrones, which protected them and their territory, which is the Washitaw territory. And so all the Europeans weren't wicked enslavers, but many of them were. And those that did, they had us on a plantation, mixed us in with the Africans who came over on the slave ships, because we did not come over here on the slave ships. The Washitaw was already here before the slave ships came over here. And so the reason that I don't mind calling us blacks, is because when they mixed us up with the Africans on the plantation, see, the history tell you, we didn't know what languages they were speaking, man, when they were speaking Mandinka, and when they were speaking Zulu, and when they were speaking Hutu, and when they were speaking Kadalak or whatever, I'm thinking Filipino, Tagalog, I think. I'm going the other way. When they were speaking whatever languages they were speaking from Africa, many other languages that I don't know names of, but they, when they, we were on those plantations speaking Chata, speaking Algonquin, what you call Cherokee, ancient indigenous Washitaw tongues of the mound building Moors. We built mounds all over this country and over different parts of this planet out of the earth. They look like pyramids made out of dirt, and we shape them, and sometimes we make eagles out of them, and birds and snakes, serpent mounds. And these are ancient sites that shouldn't be excavated or removed, that have our ancestors' body in them. They black bodies in them. And they used to be used as ceremonial and celebrational gathering places And also the homes. We put our homes on top of them. So you remember the flood came through Nashville? Well, if, you build your home on a mound, it floods in the South, G. You know? I see my people chiming in. I'm reading your comments, facts. But, man, so when they put us on them plantations again, it was, you had the Washitaw, the Choctaw, Creek, Cherokee, Seminole, Yamasee, all these black Native Americans on these plantations with these Hutu, Zulus, and all that, and these different tribes from Africa, and they were speaking different language. The history, we didn't understand. The history tells us we didn't understand their language. They were speaking, we wasn't all, what I'm saying? We didn't know, but we knew they was our brothers and sisters, They still our brothers and sisters, and we just connected. Then they mixed us in. So now we don't know whether most of us, they didn't allow us to maintain our family languages, our tribal identities and heritage, our nationalities, our tribal nationalities, the cultural heritages and languages and family, which is our family. So then we don't know who our family are no more. And that's created a black person. And that's why we're black. We don't know if we're Washitaw or Creek or Seminole or Zulu or Hutu or Yoruba or whatever. We don't know nothing. Except I know who I am because the Empress brought me in and made me Washitaw. She gave me my identity back. That's why I don't really agree with running around here, y'all calling me Patrick McCallum like that. Tell y'all my name is Pal. And I tell you my friends call me Pal. And you say, what is your European name? What's the name that the white man gave you? That's the name I want you to go by. I don't want to call you Pal. And then I have to tell you, Pal is that I did research in my family that I am actually a descendant of Pocahontas. My uncle Leroy told our family that at the family reunion in Chicago, Illinois, where the rest of my family is at. Came to the family reunion up there in 1989 and told and the whole family at the family reunion, he did his research, historical research that I'm a descendant of Pocahontas. Then I did further research and found out Pocahontas' daddy name was Chief Powhatan. And I've been calling myself Pal for years and didn't know that. So I found out my name is Chief, my ancestor's name is Chief Powhatan. Then I tell you my name is Pal. And then you tell me what is the name that a white man gave you? Your mama named you Patrick. And she did. But she didn't name me after my grandfather or nothing like that. She pulled that out of the atmosphere. So I don't have to honor that. But Patrick is a European name. It's an Irish name. My name is Pal. But I tell you that, then you wanted to cut. But what's your name your mama gave you? And I can respect you saying that. But at the end of the day, it's a white man name. And that's what happened to us on the plantation. They took our identity. They took our original name and made us call ourselves the white man name. No, you gonna call yourself, your name ain't Kunta Kinte. Your name ain't Kunta Kinte. Your name is Toby, boy. Huh? Then Kendrick Lamar had to come in and renew the history and tell you, King Kunta. Everybody want to cut the legs off him. Kunta. Black man taking no losses, huh? Right. Kendrick Lamar had to come and renew the history and remind you. That I got to come and renew the history and remind you every day that black people we got to be called black people because what the European slave traders did on the plantation, which totally eliminated our identity. Now, took us from Washitaw, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Creek, Muskegees, to and Zulu and Hutu and Yoruba and all these other beautiful tribes and Taino, like the Taino in Puerto Rico, the Taino Indians. We're also descendants of them from the Caribbean. Don't forget, they brought the Caribbean too. Don't know who the hell we are. We black. That's who we are. We black. I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud, G. But I'm also Washitaw. Because thanks to the Empress, I know who. Thanks to the Empress, I know who. She gave me my identity back. I don't have to be unknown. I don't have to wear an X like Malcolm. X is an unknown variable in mathematics. I don't have to wear the X no more. Right? This is not racist talk. This is historical talk. This is history. People shouldn't be getting upset, racially motivated by this conversation. It should be being historically innovated, stimulated right now. Black people descend from mound builders. The mound builders are the ancient aboriginals. The oldest people on earth, the empress who gave birth to humanity first, not understanding in the birds. America was first called Washitaw. Empire Washitaw, they dug the moon, y'all. The mound builders built mounds under the moons, y'all. Ancient ceremonial grounds and sacred tombs, y'all. They shouldn't be excavated or removed, dog. The bones in these mounds are black, I prove it to y'all. The oldest people on earth, we be the Washitaw, Choctaw Creek, Seminole, Chickasaw. From the southeast, Lewis and Clark, they wrote about me. Look that shit up if you doubt me. The expedition that was led by Ben York, they encountered the so-called Indians and their skin was dark. We had the civilizations set up all over the nations, all up and down the Mississippi to the Appalachians. We had the barter and trading. We had the art and the painting. We had music before they started these invasions. You know, waves of European countries, they invaded us. Spain, France, and of course England was last that raided us because, you know, the settlers burned our homes. They straight invaded us, mixing us in with the Africans, and then they even paraded us on auction blocks. Washita's next to Mandinkas in the West. See, in the West, they murked all the Incas and the Aztecs, and that's West. And in the Southeast, the mounds are blessed, and in the Midwest too. Now bless you. Me, I'm from Tennessee. Related to Cherokee, related to Choctaws under Washitaw. Now, Louisiana is the ancient headquarters, and the Black Moors helped the French establish French quarters. I said the Black Moors helped the French establish French quarters in New Orleans. You know, you could check the history of the Dauphin. The Dauphin, that's the Joseph Marquis Maison de Rouge that I was talking about earlier. The Frenchman that married our Washita Empress, Aya Maria, and their offsprings, you know what I'm saying, became the heirs of Henry Turner. And the heirs of Henry Turner, when we took the United States to the Supreme Court, to court about our territory, because Napoleon had stole our territory and sold it to Thomas Jefferson in 1803 in the Louisiana Purchase, when he stole the Louisiana territory from Washitaw and sold it to Thomas Jefferson. Best believe I don't be just talking, B. I be that Washita, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Creek, Muskegee on the beat now. Seminole flow massive with an army of your massy. Black Indians, get at me. I be that Washita, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Creek, Muskegee on the beat now. Seminole flow massive with an army of your massy. Holla Black Indians, get at me. Yo, this is dedicated to her Imperial Highness Empress Verdiacy Tiari Washita Turner, Ghostin L Bay.
Now what happened to peace? What happened to peace?
Yo, follow me or subscribe on Shadows TV on YouTube, fam. SHADOWZ TV on YouTube, fam. Subscribe to see more ill videos, get more facts, actual facts. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on SoundCloud. POW space SHADOWZ on SoundCloud.com and get this real hip hop and this real hip step bass music. Salute.